Tom Glass on behalf of Texas Constitutional Enforcement and SELF for the bill. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You may proceed.
I represent Texas Constitutional Enforcement, and so we care about the Constitution. The Second Amendment issues have been addressed. The Commerce Clause issue is a very important issue as well, which CJ just addressed. This is a sweet spot in terms of constitutional enforcement and constitutional issues. It's an honorable thing, and in fact, it's done a lot for the Texas economy already. I don't know if you guys know that Southwest Airlines got started by doing intrastate commerce that violated federal regulations about interstate airfare. We were able to get a lot cheaper airfare, and the economy of Texas grew, and we affected national jurisprudence because of the use of the intrastate idea that we can do things in Texas without federal regulation. And so I look at this bill not only as one that protects liberty, but it also is an economic development bill. I would love to see more and more firearms produced here in Texas, creating jobs for Texas, and that's what this would do. I note that this bill also has a fantastic provision in it, because other states have tried this on other issues, primarily suppressors. And the ATF has just ignored the state law. What got put into this bill is we need to go into court. The Attorney General needs to go in court in behalf of a Texan to get it declared to be constitutional. Thank you.
Any questions for this witness? Oh, Chairman Turner.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to pick up on your last comment there that you said the ATF has ignored these similar state laws. And did you say the Attorney General needs to go into court to get this declared constitutional? I assume meaning the state Attorney General
yes.
needs to go to court.
Yes.
Okay. So that's my question, because we do have preemption in this country, but it's in the reverse. States don't get to preempt federal law. Federal Constitution preempts state laws that conflict. Article 6, Clause 2 of the United States Constitution, laws made by Congress shall be the supreme law of the land. So there's laws Congress passes I don't like, but sort of the compact of our country is when there is a conflict, the federal law prevails. And it seems like I know we've had a lot of bills that seek to say we're not going to abide by federal law. We declare federal law to be invalid in this subject area. But I mean, and I realize that make people feel good on certain issues, but y'all would agree the states really just do not have that ability, right? Article 6, Clause 2 of the Constitution is very clear. Federal law is the supreme law of the land, right or wrong?
Wrong. The Supremacy Clause says laws made by the federal government that are in pursuance of the Constitution are supreme. And it begs the question of who decides what's pursuant and what's not. Now, what's interesting is this bill doesn't take the position that I advocate, which is we tell the feds what's pursuant, and when they disagree, we go ahead and act on our own. This bill takes the position of let's go get it straight what the Commerce Clause means. There's two violations going on right now in this regard. One is the violation of the Second Amendment, but the other is the violation and the extension and the overreach of the Commerce Clause. And what essentially this bill is more, I view this bill more as a Commerce Clause issue than it is a Second Amendment issue. It's does the federal government get to tell Texans what to do when we're doing stuff within those state borders? And it clearly, and I think in my opinion, the Supreme Court has gotten it wrong for about the last century on commerce-related issues. They have completely with Wickard v. Filburn, they completely misjudged, restated what it says. It says, this Commerce Clause says Congress can regulate commerce among the states. But the Supreme Court said they can regulate anything that affects commerce, and that's just an overreach that needs to be redressed. And we think we can do that in front of a federal judiciary without having to be all defiant the way I would.
And my
like to
question is
be.
not about the
Yeah.
Commerce Clause, because with my reading of the bill, right, I don't see the Commerce Clause coming into play, because we're not talking about intrastate commerce. We're talking about something totally within Texas. But just fundamentally, I don't see how you get around the supremacy clause of the Constitution by whether it's this issue or environmental laws or any number of other things that the state or some in the state may disagree with what Congress has done. Simply saying, you know what, we decree this to be invalid, and therefore it's unenforceable in the state of Texas.
Yeah,
The state
fundamental
simply,
issue.
the state does not have that authority.
Excuse me.
Thank you for answering my question.
Yeah. Well,
Mr. Chair, can I
yeah.
expand on that?
Do you have any further questions, Chairman? Okay. Anyone else have any other questions? All right. Thank you very much.